Hi everybody, this is Oleg. Welcome to Oregon Preparedness. Today is nice and cloudy day. It's fall, air is crisp, nice and cool outside, it's about 60 degrees. I love it. My favorite time of the year. I like every season, but fall is been my favorite for sure. And this being fall, of course, I'd like to mention one thing, that flu shot propaganda is here too. How important it is to get a flu shot. And I'd like to put my 2 cents in. You can do whatever you want, of course, but in my opinion, flu shots, they will make you more sick actually. I know plenty of people who take flu shots and they still get flu, they still get cough and runny nose and stuff. And all it is all these big pharmaceutical companies making big bucks on them, making trillions of dollars. So my advice, don't be a victim of this pharmaceutical scam. These flu shots, they weaken your immune system, and you just become more sick actually in the long run. Not to mention the fact that few people even got really bad side effects, like they got paralyzed and such. You can see there's a bunch of YouTube videos on this subject. Anyway, at the end of the day, the choice is yours. I would not do it. I've never done one. I don't intend to do one. Anyway, the topic of this video is not actually flu shots, it's a crime that's on the rise. I have a friend who is a cab driver, and as I mentioned before in my previous videos, I used to be a cab driver for a number of years. And cab driving job in certain cities are dangerous. In Portland has been okay, hasn't been that bad, but it's getting worse. It's getting actually dangerous. Here's what happened to a friend of mine. He took a customer. It was 2 or 3 a.m. and the customer happened to be black. And the black people, I like some of them are cool people like anybody else, but there's always bad people, especially now with all this BLM BS. I'm not against blacks by any means, but this BLM agenda has gone too far. Anyway, so this guy probably thought he could get a free cab ride, and it was a long cab ride. It was, if anybody familiar with Portland area, was going from Gresham, Oregon to Beaverton, Oregon. It was about $70 cab ride. So once they got there, and I told this guy, I told my friend, at night it doesn't matter what color is the customer, white or black. There's a lot of shady people taking the cabs at night. When I was a cab driver, I would take money up front. If I see somebody who looks shady, I would say, you know what, it's going to be so much, let's say $40, $50. Give me your money. And if the person is decent, he's not going to argue with you, because he knows he's going to have to pay the money in a matter of the next 15-20 minutes. If person starts to argue, they're going to probably try not to pay you at the end. Anyway, back to the story. He delivered this customer, he took him home, wherever he was going, asked for his money. It was about $70. And the guy started to argue, it's too much money, and so on and so forth. And he said, okay, give me your phone, I'll hold your phone, go get your money from your mom, your brother, whoever, your family, because he started to tell him he doesn't have that much money on him, right? So he instead pulled a gun on him. And a friend of mine didn't think too long. He grabbed that gun and tried to point that gun at him, at the customer. So they start to wrestle. The customer with the gun tries to point the gun at my friend. My friend is trying to wrestle him, try to turn that barrel facing him. Anyway, at the end, he was able to, twist the gun and he pulled the trigger. With the gun being still in his customer's hand, and he was pointing somewhere. It was dark, hard to see, but he was pointing somewhere in the lower torso. So the bullet went through his torso and came out of his ass somewhere. Pardon my language. So here he now has wounded customer, and then he pulled the trigger second time, and there was no more ammunition in the chamber, in the magazine. It was just one bullet. Imagine if he would pull that trigger and blow his brain out. So his customer is wounded. There's no more bullets in the magazine. He drags him out, screams for help. It was near some apartment building. Finally, some guy came out with a revolver, some older guy, and some older woman also came from some other apartment. They called the cops. Anyway, long story short, that person got arrested and he's facing criminal charges now. And turns out to be he had gun problems before, but before he was underage, so he kind of got away. Now he's over 18, and now he's facing 7.5 years of prison, according to, I guess, Measure 11 of some Oregon law. Anyway, I don't know too many laws in Oregon on the subject, but I just know from my friend's story that he's facing 7.5 years in prison, which is a good thing. I hope, more people hear about it and more people learn. But what I'm trying to say here is we need to watch our backs. We need to watch our backs everywhere. If you're a cab driver, if you're an Uber driver, it can happen to you. Although in Uber, is not so much because everything is being done automatically through your credit card. However, people still might try to rob you. So watch your back, because in these crazy times, with more people being hit by coronavirus, some people get unemployment, some people get some government assistance, and some people don't. So people will be looking for opportunities to take advantage of you, to take advantage of your house. So beware, protect yourself, protect your house, at least carry a pepper spray, because maybe you cannot carry a gun, maybe you don't want to shoot anybody. I personally, I have a gun, I don't carry it. I don't want to shoot anybody unless my life was in definite danger, then I would pull the trigger. Anyway, pepper spray I think will work just fine in 90% of scenarios. So watch out, get ready, get prepared for dangerous times besides hard times, because every hard time is also dangerous time. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video if you find it useful, and we'll see you in the next upload. Take care.